Welcome to the Wisdom Whispers. My name is Tessa van Keken. I'm the founder of the Key Wisdom Center. And I'm the founder of the Embrace movement. When we have a problem, what do we focus on to come to a solution? So often we get so hung up on getting rid of the problem that we forget to look at the actual way we can dissolve the problem. What is the problem? Is it the actual issue? Is it that person you have a difficulty with? Is it your inability to do something? Is it your lack of skill? Is it your lack of knowledge? Is the problem that the sun doesn't shine on the day you had planned an activity outside? To really focus on finding a solution that's based on conscious living, on soul-aligned living and leading, we need to first look at making sure that we accept and are aware and act upon what is under our control. So often we try to figure out what to do and we try to solve a problem by thinking certain things should go away a certain way and focusing on things that are actually not in our control. And the other part is to realize, is the problem also how I experience this? So rather than only looking at the factual situation, at that thing we experience as a problem, to at the same time also think, is that the actual problem? Would my whole life we will be fine all the time? Would I experience calmness, confidence, and peace when that's gone? Or would that be only a temporary solution until the next problem pops up? And would I then experience that the same way? So would also a long-term, much more deeper healing solution to that problem be to practice coming to a stage where if something like that popped up, I would not experience it as a problem. So let me explain. For instance, if I'm closed-minded, everything might seem overwhelming, everything might seem too much. But if I feel inner space, inner peace, then a lot of things don't faze me. So if something faces me right now, is that something the problem? Or is it that I'm not in that grounded, expanded space enough to be able to deal with it? For instance, if this would be your mind, and this is your problem, right? It fills it nearly all together. So I can focus on this, but maybe I'm dependent on, like as I said earlier, the weather or something else. Maybe there's external stuff that makes it really hard to get rid of this. Right? And also if I did manage to get rid of it, and then something else came along, another problem that would be even bigger, and I would feel even more full, more overwhelmed. So what if instead of that, I would maybe, if there's certain practical things I can do to make this a bit lighter, to turn things around, make it feel me a little bit less, then by all means, of course, do that. But at the same time, what if I at the same time could start practicing being more grounded, being more centered, creating more inner space, inner peace. And then I would notice after a while that maybe this is my mind. This is my state of being. And this problem, maybe it's still exactly the same. Yet look at how much more space it has and how much more movement there can be before it hits my edges. So even without changing anything in my surrounding, maybe I have not changed anything about what I considered a problem, already my experience of that problem has changed. This is one of the practices I do with my students and clients in my membership community, the Embrace movement, which is a circle of conscious leaders, of change makers, where we dive into all kinds of aspects that help you to come to this stage of soul-aligned living and leading, which helps you, among other things, to deal with problems in a much more conscious, a much more mindful way. If this resonates with you, you can contact me to book a call if you would like to discuss whether this might be right for you.